The vets have arrived. From my understanding, no holdouts, Sealers there, but they did have pressers. So we're going to talk about what they had to say. What is up, Finn fans? Told you guys to get two today. If you haven't yet, go check out earlier today's video. ESPN ranked the top best rosters. You'll be surprised where Miami is, or maybe you won't. I also got some packages from some cool individuals. So if you want to go check that out, that is earlier today's video. But yes, the vets have reported. Steelers there, Minka Fitzpatrick's there. You know, from what I'm hearing, there is no holdouts. There's no one that isn't there full, showing up and everything. Haven't gotten any updates on pup players or anything like that. If we do, I'm going to make a video later tonight, probably a late video. Also, Minka Fitzpatrick was supposed to talk today, but it got pushed to after they do their warm-ups and stuff like that. So that's probably coming out at like 5 or 6. So again, I'm going to be making a video later tonight, probably like around like 10:30, 11-ish. Because after at 7:30 I got the Dolphin Collective and then dinner and put my wife to bed and blah 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 blah. So let's go over what I think we hear from Chub, Waller, Tyreek Hill, and Alec Ingold. So those are 4 players. It's going to be mishmash together, but starting with Alec Ingold, he says culture really comes down to sharing, to shared characters of when things are going wrong. What we can do in camp is manufacture that by competing and pushing ourselves through discomfort early on. He says, new season, new team, new season, new group of guys. We need to change. We need to change. Chase, Doug. Come on. We need to chase excellence every single day. That's what you allow. That's what allows you to win football games in December and January. I don't know why my brain's not working right now. Talking about the low opinion of the Dolphins, he says, and to the young kids, cover your ears. I don't give a shit. Good on you. He says, catch me in training camp, catch these guys working. That noise can be great for some people, terrible for others. I really don't care. And I love that mentality. I love that, whatever, we're going to work on us and, all that stuff. So whatever, I don't care. He says roster turnover is crazy year to year. We've lost a lot of great leaders, captains, but everyone can say that. We have the roster on the team we need. We all have to get to the point where we trust each other, and that comes through great communication. You could tell that Alec Ingold is definitely taking a bigger role in being a team leader. Again, that might be the culture change. He says, I don't know that a huge goal of mine this offseason is availability. I do know, not I don't know, I do know that it's availability. Taking care of my body and making sure we can survive the season. Alec Ingold on Darren Waller, he says, I'm excited for you guys to meet him. I don't know if anyone is really ready for what he can do on the field because they were teammates when they were the Raiders. I don't know. I think they were the Oakland Raiders when they were teammates. No, maybe Las Vegas. And then we got to hear from Bradley Chubb, please unblock me. This message, the message is loud and clear and everyone is moving accordingly. When he talks to the culture shift, he said he is starving after missing the 2024 season. I think Bradley Chubb is going to go off. I think he's going to have a monster year and just be a torment for these tackles. He says they talk, we do. That's what Mike has been saying to the team, talking about the low expectations. We got the names, we got the track record, and what we've done on the field. Now it's a point of putting it all together. No egos in the room. Bradley Chubb on Jalen Phillips and Chop and himself. Yeah, man, just get to work. Do what you got to do. He's attached to Zach's hip at all time when he's talking about Kenneth Grant, which is an amazing thing. And I'm very happy to hear that. And again, Steeler definitely needs to get a contract extension. I had somebody on Twitter say why, if this year kind of goes belly up, we're going to be rebuilding and moving on from players. And to me, Steeler is a guy that you should continue to build with. Yeah, he's not young like Kenneth Grant and like Chop and all these other guys, but to me, Sealer is a guy. He could be, you still need vets in the locker room. You still need vets on this team and leadership if there is a rebuild. Not saying there will be. And to me, Sealer's one of those guys that I think you should keep and should stick around moving forward. So you can comment below, let me know if you agree or don't agree. So this is now what Darren Waller had to say. What was that? He said, what do I need as a man in my newfound sobriety? Some of my best years of my career was with him in the room. Dolphins' new tight end, Darren Waller, said. He said, I've always had moments where that joy came back playing tight end. I want to bring wisdom and experience to that position group on my team. He looks like he's in fantastic shape. And if you've seen the stuff he's done in the off season, like his workout routine, it's like this like high velocity, like workout regimen. It's crazy. New tight end Darren Waller says he feels he's got a great resource to guys in the building because he's experienced just about everything you can in the league: practice squad, cuts, special teams, etc. Yeah, he was, I think if my memory is correct, he was drafted to the Ravens as a wide receiver, then moved to tight end, and then took off with the Raiders. So he wasn't even drafted to the Raiders. So he has seen it all. Waller on blocking tight ends. He says, I understand there's dirty work and that needs to be done in football. There's a lot of creative ways in which I have no problem getting my hands dirty. He says, I see God's hands all over it. Retiring, I thought my career was done. God had different plans for me to be here. I feel blessed. He said, football has done amazing things in my life. I look back to the young version of me, and this is my gift to him, which is awesome. It's very awesome to hear. Darren Waller said something I found very interesting. This is from Omar Kelly. He said he came with a full cup. A lot of times, the way I was walking and was preaching wasn't the way I was practicing. That's the sobriety walk. It's every day, and it never ends. Talking now. Okay, now we got Tyreek Hill's stuff. I'm trying to make sure I got this right. So this is Tyreek Hill. He said, I told him you look better than when you did, when you played. When you played, you look you look fat as shit. Oh my goodness. Well, at least there's that humor and, the teammate. Tyreek Hill said Darren Waller's presence was felt immediately in the locker room upon arrival. Some of the things Darren said about having the wisdom and to live through those experiences has brought that to our team. Again, a lot of people look at the Darren Waller trade and signing, again, it's $2 million, as a bad thing, or some type of, I see it as a good thing, especially with where his head is at. It definitely helped these young guys in the locker room. Now, Tyreek Hill on his off-the-field regiment, he says, I've been busting my tail this whole entire offseason. I told my dad I want to see what it looks like when I just focus on football and my family. I just want to see what that version of myself looks like. I wonder if this is after all of those live streams and talking about punching Mike McDaniel in the face, if he kind of zoned in and started taking football a little bit more seriously. Big presence every day at a time, doing things extra, conditioning, being a vocal leader. Tyreek Hill said, I got here through hard work. I realized I have to continue the grind. Talking about that viral moment at the end of last season, he says, in those moments, I need to be better as a leader. I feel back to myself, no pain, no complaints, talking about his wrist injuries. Tyreek Hill shared his mentality for the 2025 season. He said, I want to see what it looks like when I just focus. I already read that. We're trying not to pay too much to the outside noise because we know we control our own destiny. We have a really nice chance to be special here. Guys have matured a lot. I've matured a lot. Coaches have matured a lot. Asked him what it looks like for someone with famously diverse interests outside of football. He said being present, always being on time, doing extra even when physically tired, being the vocal leader in the locker room. So it seems like these guys are really taking on and really taking that presence of the whole mentality and the whole culture change. Now, will that stick? Will that continue? We will see. But so far, hearing some good things from the players. I'm excited to see what Darren Waller can do. I'm very excited to see what Bradley Chubb can do. You know, a full year of him rehabbing. I'm expecting him to be 1,000%. I want to hear what Mika has to say. So again, we're gonna see what Mika has to say later on, because that's also going to be incredibly interesting to see what he has to say, and is he happy to be here? Because again, he hasn't talked. So it was supposed to happen with these other guys, but it got pushed back. So like I said before, you're going to get another video later tonight, probably a late night video, kind of talking about that. And if any other physical able to perform list notifications or anything like that happens, I will make a video. But comment below, what is your thoughts? Again, it's brief, but what is your thoughts about what these guys had to say? You know, it seems like 2 of the 4, again, Waller's new, but I wouldn't be surprised if he makes the roster, if he decides, hey, I want to stick around, I'm in great shape, becomes a captain, because again, we're hearing just a different person. But what's your thoughts on what we're hearing from these guys, and a lot of the hard nose, you know, working, doing this to keep your nose to the grindstone, all that stuff. Comment below. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. If you haven't yet, go check out earlier today's video. I'll see you later tonight. Hopefully Mika does talk so we can kind of break down what he had to say and his thoughts about coming back to Miami. And I'll definitely see you at 7:30 on the Dolphin Collective, and I'll see you tomorrow as well, because they hit the field tomorrow. So hopefully we get a little bit more information as well. And then open to the public on Saturday. Supposedly, people have gotten notifications saying Thursday, you guys will get, anyone who's waiting on your training camp tickets, Thursday, you'll get them 2 days before Saturday. So hopefully it happens. I will see you later today. But like usual, stay classy and fins up.